Hi, who am I here with today?
Hi, I'm taisiia Gerger. I have my HL subjects are design, arts, and English, and then my SL subjects are Russian, math, AI, and business. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Wakaba. My HLs are Geography, Physics, and Math AA. And my SLs are English B, Japanese A, and Chemistry.
Which courses did you take before IB, and how did this help with your IB experience?
So before I moved here to take MYP, I had a Russian school curriculum, and I think when I moved here to do MYP, it was like very different in its approach to learning, which I liked much more because it gives um, more, I guess, more diverse opinions than what you had in Russian schools. So, yeah, I did MYP uh, before I did IBDP.
I also took MIP. I think MIP helped me to learn writing like research paper, like lab report, which helped me to write IAs and EE and DP, because like you have to like get used to it like before like submit it to IB. So I think MIP helped a lot to like form a base for DP, because I think it's something connected. Yeah.
What are your current HLs and why did you choose them?
So my current HLs are design, arts, and English. And the reason why I chose design was because I'm trying to head into a more design-oriented field for my possible future career. And so even though I didn't take design before grade 11, I thought it would be useful to get familiarized with like the design process and such. And arts mainly because it's also related to the career field I'm heading towards, but I also personally just enjoy arts, and so I thought it would be fitting to take it as a higher level subject. And English is mostly just because I think I perform well in it, and so I thought it would be just useful for my total grades.
My HLs are Geography, Physics, and Math. I took those subjects as HL because I wanted to fill uni requirement in Japan, because I wanted to do like math and science field in uni in Japan, and they require like math HL and one science as HL, so I tried to fill that. I initially had chemistry HL as well, but it was too hard, so I dropped to SL. And now I have geography, which I like enjoy the most as a subject.
Do your HL subjects meet the expectations you had in them before starting IB?
So, in terms of design, I think that I had easier expectations in terms of specifically the IA. In terms of theory, I think it's very understandable, and I very much enjoy the design theory. But because I wasn't really familiarized with the design process that was more or less typical for the design students in MYP, I didn't really know what to expect for the IA, and that's why I had a really hard time just specifically organizing myself to do the things that are required. And so I think overall it was harder than I thought. Then for arts, it's also harder than I thought, just because it's much harder to be kind of satisfied with your work by the end of like DP when you have your exhibition. I mean, in terms of producing artworks, it's much easier than I thought. But then being kind of looking back at them after a year and realizing you have to make more because you don't like the way that it looks. Yeah, that's hard, but English is easy. I think it very much met my expectations. I'm satisfied.
For geography, it was harder than I thought in terms of like amount, because in MYP we only covered like few topics in like one academic year, and now like we have so much topics to cover in DP for geography, so that was harder. But for math and physics, it was easier than my expectation, but it is still hard in terms of like level. And also there are a lot of content because I'm taking HL, so yeah, physics and math was harder. Yeah.
Does your school offer all the subjects you wanted to take? If not, how did this affect you?
So personally, going to DP, I didn't really realize that we had more options in terms of subjects. So it was fine at first, but looking back on it, I would have preferred if we were offered like computer science, for example, since it would have been beneficial to my applications or like general knowledge as I'm going into like a design and sort of integrated with programming for university. But it would have been nicer as an option, but it's not very crucial.
For me, I wanted to take math AIHL if it was there, because doing statistic part in math AA course, I really enjoyed like statistics, and I think math AIHL offers more like statistics topic, so I think it could have been like very beneficial and enjoyable if math AI was there for HL.
What discouraged you from taking IB? Content courses, workload, parents, teachers, etc.
So I think before, when I was going into IB, my expectations were a lot better, or like I thought it would be much easier. And so when a lot of my teachers kind of, I guess, discouraged me in a way, as they, really emphasized that it's going to be hard and you shouldn't take it lightly. But I think I had kind of like different expectations in grade 11 as when I first went into the program. It was much easier, and so I didn't feel discouraged. But once it got harder, yeah, I felt very discouraged.
I felt discouraged when I knew that IB was not like popular course in Japan. So like I knew like the number of university I can apply using IB is like limited in Japan. So that was like very like discouraging part of IB.